Hello all and welcome to our channel Holistic Facts. In Prelims Prime videos today we are going to see global report on the illegal wildlife trade. This report is released by Financial Action Task Force. But before we move on to the report, let's see what is wildlife trade. So a wildlife trade doesn't always mean a legal trade. It actually refers to a legal trade when we say wildlife trade. So it's a trade in timber used for furniture, building material, exotic flowers, plants or pets, ingredients for medicines and cosmetics. Also, wild plants and animals from tens of thousands of species are specially caught and harvested from the wild and then sold legitimately as food, pets, ornamental plants, leather, tourist ornaments and medicine. But when we say legal trade, it is done sustainably and it is regulated by the governments. But when we say illegal trade, the trade is unsustainable and it is not regulated. Usually this kind of trade happens in things that are legal, but the trade is excessive here, right? Above allowed limit, or the trade in animals or plant species that is not allowed. Okay, so the trade that is not allowed, these falls under the category of illegal trade, and as these are unsustainable, they directly threaten the survival of many species in the wild. And according to 2016 United Nations World Wildlife Crime Report, criminals are illegally trading products derived from over 7,000 species of wild animals and plants across the world. So this is 2016 UN report. 7,000 species are being traded. And if we see the world rankings, so top 10 countries by the number of trafficking offenses in 2009 to 2017 are given here. So in that span of 8 years, and China was in the topmost list. Okay, so 387 offenses were recorded, and remember, many offenses are never even recorded. Okay, the poaching and hunting, it's not always recorded. Then if we see the ranking, India is on 7th rank after China, Thailand, UAE, Vietnam, Indonesia, Kenya, and then India. So it is a significant number, and the trafficking is also increasing. And if we see financial view here, then this illegal trade generates almost $23 billion of revenue. Okay, and this is as we are constantly emphasizing, it is illegal trade. Then what can this money be used for? Okay, it's like human trafficking, drug trafficking, and other kinds of illegal businesses like terror financing. Okay, terrorist groups, they can be supported by this kind of money because this is not white money, right? So these all are integrated crimes, keep in mind. Now we come to the global report on illegal wildlife trade. First global report on illegal wildlife trade, named Money Laundering and the Illegal Wildlife Trade Report, was released by FATF. Okay, so it's FATF's first global report on illegal wildlife trade. And then it has described illegal wildlife trade as a global threat because it is a direct threat to our biodiversity, which also has links with other organized crimes like modern slavery, drug trafficking, and arms trade. What are the key findings here? That the revenue is almost 23 billion per year. Then misuse of legitimate wildlife trade is constantly done. As a front, the business is legal. It's either import-export business or legitimate wildlife trade, but in the back, it's illegal wildlife trade. So maximum trade is carried out in this way. Then they also rely regularly. They meaning the people who carry out illegal trade. So see, Financial Action Task Force, one of the main function is researching the methodologies, the way the crimes happen. Okay, so right now that is what we are seeing here. These people, they regularly rely on corruption, complex fraud, tax evasions, etc. Then there is a growing role of online marketplaces and mobile and social media based payments. So we always think that if we go through a formal payment method, right, then these payments are recorded. Okay, and these payments cannot evade the law. But nowadays it's the social media based payments are having a growing role in this illegal wildlife trading. What are the challenges to combat these? We are definitely, we can see that we have not been able to completely control this illegal wildlife trade. Like over the years, the trade is constantly increasing. So the problems are, jurisdiction often do not have the required knowledge. Okay, Plus the jurisdiction is not defined as well properly. The illegal wildlife trade is mostly a cross-border trade, right? So here we need cooperation between the different countries, okay, through which the trade is going on. Then criminal syndicates are misusing formal financial sector. We saw this earlier. Funds are laundered through cash deposits under the guise of loans or payments, e-banking platform, licensed money, value transfer system, and third-party wire transfers via bank. Accounts for innocent victims are also used. So third party accounts many of the time are innocent victims who have no idea what's going on their name. Okay. Then front companies often linked to import export industries and shell firms, like they are just created, they are just a namesake there, but what's actually happening is the money laundering. These kind of companies are shell companies, shell firms. Then what can be done to effectively control these trade? The report says financial probe is the key. Follow the money. Okay, so follow the suspicious transaction that are going on, and we can properly reach to the core of this. Then jurisdictions should consider implementing the good practices, and they include providing all relevant agencies with the necessary mandates and tool, cooperating with other jurisdictions and international bodies and private sector. Also, delegation of power is pretty important here, right? The institutes and the organizations that are concerned with illegal wildlife trade should have enough power and mandate to deal with it. Then legislative changes are necessary. This goes for almost all the countries. The laws, proper laws are not in force to combat illegal trafficking, which should be our priority. Then now we will see about Financial Action Task Force. It is an intergovernmental body. It is a policy making body, and it aims to establish international standard for combating money laundering and terrorist financing. These two are main focuses. Okay, and it was established in 1989, and it's an initiative of G7 countries, the the top most developed countries. G7 economies promoted this. Okay, and the secretariat is in Paris only. It comprises over 39 countries. India is a member. This is very important. UPSC asks questions like that India is member or not. Then secretariat OECD headquarters में ही है, Paris में. And initially it was only dealing with developing policies to combat money laundering. That was the first mandate, developing policies. But now its purpose has been expanded, and since 2001 it acts against terrorism financing as well. And what are the objectives? The objective is to set standards and promote effective implementation of legal, regulatory, and operational measures for combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and related threats. Money laundering and terror financing you should always keep in mind when it comes to FATF. Then functions, what are the functions? Setting international standards, monitoring if these international standards are followed or not, then conduct studies for methodologies, trends, and techniques of how these crimes are occurring, then respond to new and emerging threats. So currently new and growing threats are proliferation financing, which include use of the non-conventional weapons. Okay, they are used for promoting non-conventional weapons such as chemical, biological weapons, and then other weapons such as nuclear weapons, right? So these are the emerging threats. And whenever we say illegal wildlife, illegal drug trafficking, okay, most of these things are related to some or the other form of terror financing. Okay, so it is very necessary that we combat these things effectively. So that is it for today's video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel Holistic Facts. Thank you.